The Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship is a 12-round test. A dozen opportunities for glory or defeat.
Zach Osborne for the second year in a row sweeps it at Hangtown. Way outside, so much gets punted, and Osborne goes down with him. A huge pile up on the outside.
A coast-to-coast journey as riders and teams chase a career-defining national championship.
Eli Tomac has got it. Tomac's going to hold it under extreme pressure. He wins. The overall win is going to go for the first time in his career to Shane McElrath.
No stop on the road to this championship offers a greater challenge than the deep New England sand at Southwick.
Osborne wins Southwick. Eli Tomac owns Southwick, Massachusetts.
The title fight reaches the halfway point. Lucas Oil Pro Motocross is live on MAV TV.
New England is a beautiful place to race in the summertime, and it presents round 6 of the 2018 Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship. It's the Kubota Southwick National. Here's a Lucas Oil race recap. Austin Root down, but we heard he's okay after that crash. And then Alex Martin nearly goes down in the first turn. He mentioned it, just luckily able to save it. Good battle for second behind Shane McElrath. Austin Forkner able to get through Justin Cooper for the number 2 spot. And then track down McElrath, who really came unraveled in the second half of this race. Forkner blows by him, takes over the lead. Thought this was going to be an easy one for him, but no. Alex Martin and Plessinger caught him. Last 2 laps, Forkner steps up the pace again and holds on to take his first moto win of the season. Forkner takes the win. Alex Martin finishes second. Martin was way back early. Same thing with Plessinger. Ferrandis even further back. He comes back to 4th. Sexton, I think he got tangled up with Justin Cooper, who is running 3rd of the moto. Cooper ends up 17th. McElrath, who is leading, ends up 6th. Here's the rest of the top 20. By the way, Jimmy Dakotas was running 2nd early. He ends up 20th. So wherever riders were at the beginning, almost no bearing on where they were at the end. We'll show you how it happened with our Lucas Oil race recap. Austin Forkner in green goes from 3rd to 1st. It's right off the start. Gets around McElrath, gets around Hampshire, and sets sail from there. But these are long, grueling races in the sand. Alex Martin would get the 2nd, slowly close in, and then here was that go-for-broke moment that Alex was talking about. Forkner gets the worst of it. He was leading this race, and after the contact, he ends up going down. Finishes this race in 20th place. Good to see he actually did get up to salvage 1 championship point. Ferrandis was running 3rd at the time, was right behind them. Right place, right time. And he earned it because he rode very, very well to get to that 3rd place position and get close enough to take advantage. And it leads to the overall win for Ferrandis with 4-1 scores. Martin is going to end up 2nd, but what is good for him, Plessinger, the points leader, only 5th today, and Martin does make up some ground. Shane McElrath is 3rd. Boy, is this 250 championship crazy. You never know who you can count on. So Alex doesn't get the overall win he was hoping for, but he did make up ground on Plessinger in the standings. It's 23 the deficit. Jeremy Martin is idle. He's out with injury, but still 3rd. Tough day in the end for Justin Cooper, who is actually our fastest rider in practice. He's losing points as well. This is just an all-time classic. Here's your Lucas Oil race recap. Battle for the lead early on. Ken Roczen has it. Justin Barcia able to wrestle from him.
And then Barcia just pulled the pin right there on Roczen. Get the pressure from Muscat behind, went for it. And then this was the battle for the lead. And Marvin in the same spot that he went down last year, just powered past Barcia.
Tomac able to get Barcia, and then he went after Muscat and took the entire race. This is right before the white flag comes out, just able to make the path around the outside. As he said, he needed to pin it. Muscat trying to keep up on the final lap, goes down, but he did not lose any positions, picked it back up, and recovered for 2nd.
They had a pretty good comfort zone there over 3rd, but Eli Tomac doing what he's done most of the season. Another win.
Yep, making it happen when he needs to. That has been the story for Tomac on the Monster Energy Kawasaki this year. Muscat finishes up in 2nd. Here's your race recap. We'll show you how Muscat got it done. Well, he led early, but Tomac came from about 10th to 2nd in 2 laps. And then pulled the trigger on the move.
Tomac was just flying. You just heard Marvin say he didn't have the intensity, but then Eli Tomac is human. One mistake there, that erased his 14-second lead. Once he gets going, Musquin was all over him. We thought he might try and make it happen, but then the second time around, there you see Musquin. So Tomac was actually able to pull away a little bit again.
Yep.
And just one of those days, didn't work out for the number one.
Yes, too much to overcome 2 crashes for Tomac, and Musquin goes on to take the win, throws in the hill clicker. The win streak is over for Tomac. Here's your Moto 2 results. Barcia ends up 3rd, back 4th, Roczen 5th. Gloss, Lacurcio, Nicoletti, Webb in his first race back 9th. And shout out to the privateer, Brandon Lee, finishing 10th on a Kawasaki. So a good run for him. Privateers always get a chance to shine on a sand track, which is in many ways the great equalizer. Weston Pike was 11th. He was down in the first turn. Joey Crown, rider out of Michigan, normally races in Canada, coming down for a solid 12th. Cunningham Gaines, Canning, one of the locals from Connecticut, top 15. Cooper, Outright, DeMartille, Smith, and Bogle round out the top 20. Every weekend in Lucas Oil Pro Motocross, we race twice. That's tradition in this sport. If you tie, the better second moto wins the tiebreaker. So that's why Musquin with a 2-1 edges Tomac's 1-2. But as far as championship points for the day, as Tomac mentioned, since they had identical results, they tie. Barcia is 3rd overall ahead of Baggett and Roczen. Red Bud will be fun though. Our next race, Musquin 32 points down. Again, you get 25 points for a moto. So if Tomac has a big one and doesn't finish, Musquin suddenly right there in the championship picture. Roczen 4th behind Barcia, Baggett 5th in the series. And that's very close to where the points actually were today in the overall. In fact, Blake Baggett is there.